All right. What's up, y'all? It's your host, Desmos. Chris, we're back in the video. Beasky, when I got rage baited at my summer camp. Let's see what's going on with this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow our social media. It's going to pop on the screen. Y'all already know. He's on the road to 500. You know? Let's see what's going on with this.
Bonjour, and welcome back, my niggas. It's been some time since the last Beasky story time, so tonight I'm going to be sharing the story from the summer before I went to 7th grade. Also, if you haven't seen the first Beasky story time, I'd recommend watching that so you can get a feel of what type of kid I was. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I was smart, but I was still kind of stupid. Cause some of the choices I made before I became the sophisticated and incredibly beautiful man I am today were really bad. Which is kind of the whole point of this series. But without further ado, let's get into episode 2.
Let's get it. Hey.
So during this summer, I had to choose a summer camp I wanted to go to, because apparently I ate too much of what was in my parents' fridge to stay at home. So I ended up picking a summer camp, getting my things together, and waited for the weekend to be over so that I can go to the camp on Monday. So when Monday came around, I hopped in the car, gave my Pokemon cards one last shuffle before I had to leave them in the car, and hopped out ready to have some fun. So the first day was pretty normal. We did some basic activities, we ran around, eat lunch, and then you get picked up at the end of the day. But each week we had a new activity that would be the focus of that week. And not gonna lie, I didn't really like any of the activities, but then basketball week came. And basketball was
computer week?
Of the activities, but then
Animal week? Volleyball? Would have been done with volleyball. Computer week? Oh, nothing but on computer. I'm on YouTube that whole entire week, bro. Oh, you tripping.
Then basketball week came.
Oh, yeah.
And basketball was and still is my favorite sport of all time. So when I saw this upcoming week was basketball week, I was hype as hell. And then I saw the schedule and got even happier. We were basically playing basketball games all day, all week. And I have made a good couple of friends at this camp now. So I already had my starting 5 ready for basketball week. So I went home and I got to preparing for the upcoming week. I was playing 2K like crazy, trying to copy their moves. I was dribbling my basketball inside the house, despite me being told multiple times to stop. And I was even watching some NBA highlights to make sure my form was right. So after all this practice and me getting in trouble multiple times for dribbling the ball inside, I was ready. This week was about to be my all-star week. They was gonna have to hang my camp shirt up in the rafters after I was done. So as I get dropped off on Monday, I'm walking in like I'm the coldest nigga in the camp. I had a fresh cut, I had my new shoes ready, and I even brought my own ball. But then one of my friends points out a new kid that came to camp right before I got there. And normally this wouldn't be a problem, cause I'm cool with everybody. But then I noticed he was mean mugging me and laughing. Mind you, I never seen
me mug somebody on your first date out, son. I never get about the trying to be like new kids trying to show off in front of the girls or show off in front of your bros or something like that. Like I ain't never get that. Why out of all the people you gonna come mean mug me, bro?
This guy before. He got here today, so I was like,
oh, hi. Wait a minute. Who are you?
So the first activity we did was a 5-on-5. Then I noticed the new kid was still staring at me. And during the game, we were on the same team, so I'm confused. And he also wasn't passing me the ball at all. I'd be wide open in the corner, and he would just mean mug me and then shoot over like 4 people. Nigga, you are not Kobe, pass the rock. But then he did it again, but this time he made the shot and he won the game. So this caused everybody to start hyping him up and glazing him like he just won the NBA Finals.
Oh my God, we did it!
Mind you, this was his only shot in the entire game. His stats were 1 point and 37 mean mugs.
Oh, wow.
So then we take a break and we get some free time. So during the free time, we get to do whatever we want for about 45 minutes. And of course, I'm still locked in. So I'm shooting on the goal outside with my friends. But then the new kid comes up to me and asks me if I want to play 3-on-3. And of course, I'ma accept his offer. I didn't get this fresh cut to sit around and watch other niggas play. So I get my 2 friends and he got his 2 friends. And before we even started playing, his friends were glazing him like crazy from the previous game we all played. But I didn't pay it much mind.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Because as much as I wanted to hate, that nigga did win the game shooting a contested shot over 4 people. So I gotta respect the glaze. So we start playing and we're only going to 7 points. But I noticed that they keep passing it to the new kid. So when I got the ball, I asked them, why do y'all keep giving it to him? Can y'all not shoot? And this was a genuine question I had. I wasn't normally a trash talker, but it was low-key pissing me off because each time he did anything, they would start glazing.
I hate that too, saying they had, like, bro, when I was in school, saying, and bro, I think I was trying out for the basketball team, saying, and I think it was one of my homies that I used to go to school with, bro. And we still follow each other and stuff like that. I still tell the nigga happy birthday, bro. I remember it was like one-on-one me versus him, bro. Knowing both of us not about to make it on the basketball team. He shot the 3 over me, bro, and made it, and everybody just started saying, oh! So then, when I got the ball, and I hit a little step back, jump to the side 3, everybody sat there like, okay. And it wasn't no, oh! Like, come on now.
Dribbled the ball, and as soon as the ball touched the ground, his friends were like, then if he would shoot it and make it, they would be like, but if he would miss it, they would still be glazing him. He hit an air ball, and they were still glazing him, saying,
That's why he's doing it,
God damn, get off that nigga dick, bruh.
So at this point, I had enough. So I ended up locking him down and making sure he wasn't scoring anymore. And the kid was saying some foul stuff to me while I was defending him.
What's wrong, monkey? Check up.
But all this ended up in my team winning and his dick riding ass team losing. So I walked back to doing what I was doing. Then I hear the new kid talking crazy behind my back. And like I said, I normally don't trash talk during sports. Because in my opinion, if you trash talk and you start doing bad during the game, you end up losing a good chunk of aura points.
Yep.
So I just let the game speak for itself. Maybe I make a few shots, maybe I miss the goal entirely and it hits my head. Either way it goes, you can't say I was talking shit. And when I say he was talking crazy, I mean he was letting off some slurs that I didn't even know existed. But since he was far away, I kind of just brushed it off and continued doing what I was doing. But then he started getting closer to me. Close to the point where I could tell he wanted me to crash out. But that level of genjutsu won't work on me. So I looked at him and I shrugged my shoulders. Then he came up to me and pushed me. And that's where the real story began.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Soon as she started pushing, oh, yeah. Squabble. I would have threw hands too. I ain't got it.
So as he pushed me, I low-key froze for a second and had an internal monologue with myself. Did this nigga just push me? Is he really mad about the basketball game? What would make him do something like this? And before I could respond, I see him getting ready to push me again. And it's one rule that my dad instilled in me like the will of fire. And that one rule was never be the one who starts fights. Avoid fighting at all costs. But if someone ever puts their hands on you, make sure you finish that fight.
Yeah.
So as much as I didn't want to fight, that first push awakened my super soldier serum. So as he was about to push me again, I dodged it. And this kid was a lot bigger than me, both height-wise and size-wise. I wouldn't necessarily call him a Hall of Fame plate cleaner, but I could definitely tell during dinner he would ask his mom, hey, are you gonna finish that? And when I dodged it, he got really mad,
wow,
which is wild because I don't know why he thought I was finna sit there. But then he tried to throw a punch, and not gonna lie, he hit me square in my chest. But then I hit him with a punch to the side and then a punch to the stomach.
Ooh.
And after the punches, we started really going at it. And I'm gonna give his big ass some credit. He was landing some good hits. I was just faster than him, so I was dodging more of his punches than he was dodging mine. And I kept trying to ask him what his problem was, but he was out of breath and he started to get really red. So I backed up and stopped because I saw that. And now at this point, we got the entire camp watching us. His friends are hyping him up and my friends are doing the same. And nobody was trying to get the camp counselors involved because they all wanted to see who was gonna win. But I ended up walking away because I could tell he was about to pass out. And I was low-key hurting too. And I was trying to finish shooting before the free time was up. So now everybody is sad because the fight is over and I'm walking away. So of course, my friends come.
Them other dudes be sad. Now, how about y'all get in the ring? Somebody else get in the ring. Fight us. Y'all tear it down. Don't you just get mad because me and such and such was getting in a fight? Shoot, golly.
I'm over trying to instigate. But I'm a peaceful guy. I don't want no problems. So as I'm finishing my 10 left-hand layups, I feel a ball hit the back of my head. So I turn around quick as hell and I'm thinking it's one of my friends. But it's the new kid. So at this point, I'm pissed. He called me a bunch of racist slurs, he tried to fight me, and now he just threw a basketball at my head for no other reason than to rage bait me. So I picked up my ball and I threw it right at his face. And I had good aim, so this was a point-blank face shot with my basketball. Then he threw it back at me and I dodged it. So his fat ass ran at me and tried to push me. And once again, I moved out the way. And the entire camp was laughing at him. The amount of aura he lost was catastrophic. Because when he tried to push me, he fell face first. But before he could get up, one of his fangirls shouted out, "Just playing one-on-one to see who's really the best."
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Hey, shout out to that girl, man. Shout out to that girl. Fighting is not always, man. Fighting is always not a thing, bro. In every situation, man. Play that man one-on-one basketball. Whoever wins.
I'm with that.
So he stood up, fixed his shirt to cover up his stomach, and this is where I had one of my first ISOs. So we check up and we agreed that we're only going to 5 points because there's not a lot of time left during our free time. So he gets the ball first and he makes his first shot. I wasn't really playing hard defense because I wasn't taking him too serious, but he did green that hole right in my face. So I had to press up on the next possession. So I realized he couldn't go left. So I started forcing him to use his left hand, which made him very uncomfortable. And this causes him to miss. So now it's my turn. So I'm dribbling, trying to get a feel for how he's going to play me. And he's playing pretty typical fat boy basketball. Not a lot of running, just pushing, fouling, and heavy breathing. So I knew I could cook him just off speed alone. So I blew past him 3 different possessions. And I was in the lead 3 points to his 1. So at this point, I'm feeling good. I'm looking at my boys emoting, I'm winking at some of the girls that are watching, and I even saw a few camp counselors that were also watching. So as I go to dribble the next time, he puts his entire foot out and trips me. And then he picks up the ball and says, "My ball, that was out on you." Now mind you, the counselors are watching us, so I can't really react how I want to. But just so we all know here, it definitely should have been my ball. But I let him have this one. He's already down 3-1, so it's cool. So he tries going right again, but I'm shutting that shit down. But he still manages to make the layup this time. So now it's 3-2. So then he tries to blow past me and I let him. But I only did this to gauge how fast he could get to the rim and see if I could block him. And as soon as he jumped to lay it up, I was right there and I smacked the ball as hard as I could. And it ended up hitting him in the face. And the worst part is, it went out of bounds after it hit his face. So it was my ball again. So when I got the ball, he was playing defense hard as hell. And if you hoop, you know niggas don't take the game seriously until they're about to lose. He never played this type of defense during any other activity we did. So this is how I knew his feelings was hurt about the amount of aura he lost when that ball hit his head. So as I'm trying to get past him, he's blocking every spot I get to. I swear, this kid turned into a fat 7th grade Patrick Beverly. But his endurance got him exposed, because I could tell he was tired. So when I was about to shoot it, I had to hit him with a pump fake. He was 100% sure he was gonna block my shot. Both of his feet were off the ground and his hands were all the way up too. But once he realized it was a pump fake, his face changed. Whole time my face was like this, because this was an easy shot now. So I go for the easy shot and I green it. Now it's 4-1. And if I make this next shot, I win. And he was red as hell now. I don't know if it was from embarrassment or his cardiovascular system's overriding, but I really didn't care anymore. I gave this nigga way too many chances to stop rage baiting me for me to feel sorry for him now. So now my boys are going crazy. I'm out there feeling like SGA right now. And he checks the ball to me and I go for a right jab. And the reason I did this was to see if he was gonna try to trip me again. And I was correct. He stuck that foot out and I immediately went the other way. And due to him having his whole leg out, he couldn't recover fast enough to stay with me.
Oh.
So as I took the first dribble, he got his ankles broken.
Dang.
And of course, when this happened, my friends were like,
Expose him! Expose him!
and he ended up falling on his back in front of the entire camp. And the amount of joy that hit my body when I saw this fat racist ass on the ground was crazy. I know Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and all the other civil rights leaders was looking down from heaven like, this shit means something to me, man. So with all this excitement, I had to talk my shit. So I looked him directly in his eyes and said, if I make this shot, don't talk to me for the rest of the camp. Now I felt tough saying this, but not gonna lie, I was also worried that if I missed it, I would look very stupid. Cause everybody heard me say this. And if I missed, I would have lost several points from my elite levels of aura that I had going on.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't care. It was all or nothing. So I looked at the rim, jumped up, and shot the ball. And despite me being a terrible long-range shooter at this point in my life, I made it and won the game. My friends were going crazy. I was going crazy running around the court. And the new kid got up and had to walk his ass off. But all this got cut short because it was time to go inside and eat. So we go inside. I'm feeling like Steph Curry right now. I just cooked a bully who was trying to rage bait me in front of everyone. So I was eating my food happy as hell. But then I look around to try to find a new kid, but he isn't anywhere inside the building. But as I was looking for him, one of the camp counselors told me to go to the office. And in this camp, you only got called into the office if you were leaving early or you were in big trouble.
Wow.
And I knew I wasn't leaving early. And I also knew I didn't do anything to get in trouble. So I wasn't worried about much as I walked to the office. But when I got in the office, I saw the new kid crying while he was hugging his mom. So I was kind of confused. Cause wasn't you the one calling me racist slurs and trying to push me? How the hell did you end up being the one crying? So turns out after I beat him in the one-on-one, he called his mom and told her I was bullying him and trying to fight him.
That's crazy.
And he also had some marks on his back and his stomach from the basketball game. And he was blaming me for those too. But the mom wasn't having that. So she stood up and she started pressing me about what I did to her son. So I told the camp leader and his mom that none of his story actually happened. But because her son was crying, she wasn't believing anything I said. So she started to yell at me and then she called me a liar. Now mind you, this was basically an ambush. I had no idea that I was walking
And
into
that
this.
would have been the day I would have called my mama too. Mama, they bullying me over here. Like, man, as soon as I would have saw his mom, I would have called my mama. Like, what?
Type of toxic environment. But then she started talking shit about my own parents and how they raised me.
Oh,
and
wow.
this is where I had to make a choice. I could try to handle the situation on my own, or I could get my own mom involved. But you see, the way my mom handled these type of situations was not something I wanted to bring to this camp. My mom has a very animalistic nature when it comes to defending her children, so if I called her and told her everything that happened to me, she would have showed up to camp with a small unit of trained assassins, a few rocket launchers, and she probably would have came in flying on the back of a dragon if I told her everything that happened today. So I decided to handle it myself. I looked at the new kid's mom and told her to give me a second. So I ran out the office and got 4 of my friends that I knew would not tell a lie. And I brought them back to the office and I told the new kid to explain what happened in front of all of us. And of course, his lying ass wasn't trying to talk now that I had real witnesses. So then his mom ended up telling us what he told her. And we all looked at each other like,
Stop the cap.
So after we finished laughing, each of my friends tells the new kid's mom that he was the one bullying me and that I tried multiple times to be peaceful. But the mom still wasn't trying to hear us out. But then one of my friends pulled out his phone and he actually recorded the new kid calling me slurs. And when I saw he had this, I knew it was over. There's no way she would believe the lies anymore. Even the camp leader was looking at the new kid like,
this is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever. This is 4K. How did they get you at 4K?
That ain't me.
So after that, the mom ended up crying too, but she wasn't crying because her son was a fat racist. She was crying because apparently this had happened at multiple other camps and multiple other schools that he went to. And also turns out this was one of the only camps that would accept him. But sadly for them, this camp no longer accepted him either. because after that video of him saying all those slurs, they kicked him out the camp for good. And I felt really good about this, because most times adults don't listen to kids during stuff like this. But my dog really had my back with that video. Without that video, I would have had to call my mom. And trust me, no one at that camp wanted to see my mom that day.
Facts. Black mamas are two different people. I swear. One minute they happy, another minute they get angry. They're overprotected by their kids. That is one thing you do not want to mess with, a black mama. I swear. But hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow our social media, pop on the screen. Videos on the road to 500. And I'm out.